Hey guys, and welcome back. So, are you wondering where to focus your energy to grow your author brand in 2025? With so many platforms out there, it can feel overwhelming. But don't worry. Today, I'll break down the best platforms for fiction authors in 2025, why they work, and how you can use them to connect with readers and sell more books. This is for fiction authors who want to grow their audience, engage with their readers, and make smart decisions about where to spend their time online. And make sure you stay until the end because I'm going to share my personal favorite platform and a bonus tip to maximize your reach without spreading yourself too thin. Okay, so step one, why choosing the right platform matters. Before we dive into the best platforms, let's talk about why it's important to choose wisely. As an author, your time is precious. You need to focus on platforms that have your target readers, offer high engagement potential, and support your goals, whether that's growing an email list, driving sales, or building a loyal fan base. In 2025, platforms with strong visual and video components are dominating, but email and community driven spaces remain crucial for deeper connections. So just keep that in mind when you're deciding where you want to spend that time. So, what are the best platforms for fiction authors in 2025? Number one, Instagram. Why does Instagram work? Well, it's highly visual. It's perfect for our book covers, our quotes, our aesthetic posts, and the reels offer incredible organic reach. How can we use Instagram? Well, we can post book aesthetics, character profiles, and behind the scenes writing moments. You can use stories and polls to engage directly with your audience. Example, share a reel featuring your book's tropes or a dramatic excerpt to hook potential readers. All right, what's the second one? It's going to be book talk, TikTok, whatever you want to call it. TikTok works because it's a gold mine for fiction authors, especially in genres like romance, fantasy, and dark, anything dark. Book talk trends drive book sales and discoverability. This is 100% true. It doesn't work for everybody, but if it does work for you, you will see a correlation of, an uptick in views and an uptick in sales or pages read. How do you use it? You can create short, engaging videos about your book's tropes, your writing process, or your favorite scenes. I have found that TikTok works really well with scenes that evoke emotion, um, and less a little bit on connection. That this is just what I found. This is personal experience. But if you hit those scenes right and you hook those readers, you will see sales increase. You also should participate in book talk trends and hashtags. Hashtags and SEO, so like when you're filling out your caption, are really, really important. An example of this is, if you love, popular books. So if you love A Court of Thorns and Roses, you'll love your book. And try to connect with readers who are looking for their next favorite read. So the third place is Facebook. Why does Facebook work? Well, it remains a hub for reader communities and groups. This is what I don't think people are talking enough about. A lot of people just assume like, oh, you have your page and you have to pay people and it's Facebook ads and whatever. Yes. But honestly, like when you can search, you can utilize the search tool on Facebook and search specifically for groups with your genre, even with your niche genre like hockey romance. And you will find groups for it that are active today, right? Like that have multiple posts today. And it's great for building relationships through posts, events, interactions, things like that. How can you use it? Well, start or even join a reader focused groups in your genre. This isn't where you're just going to sell my book, sell my book, sell my book. You're going to like look at what people want, potentially use that as research for your own books, but also recommend books that you have read and build a relationship that way. Or you can do self recommendations without it being pushy. If someone is asking for a hockey romance with the grumpy sunshine age gap trope and that fits your book criteria, do it. Absolutely, because you are providing value for that poster. You know what I mean. An example. So create a group for your series where readers can discuss characters, share fan art, and get exclusive updates. So your own reader groups are very different than genre-based groups, right? In Facebook, you can do both. And this is what's really, really important. Create your own fan group and put it in your welcome sequence of your newsletter list just to be like, hey, you want to talk more on a day-to-day basis? Jump into my fan group and where I share memes or quotes or any upcoming pieces of the series or whatever. So that's really important. So the next thing to consider, although I would really, if we're talking about platforms, like especially with social media, I would consider this even more important. So this is kind of why I have it here. So we just talked about like the most important, social media platforms, but I really, really, really want to mention email. Email is the most reliable way to communicate directly with your readers. I know I push this a lot, but I think it's really important. No algorithms mean guaranteed delivery to your subscribers. You don't have to fight the algorithm or whatever. How can you use that? Well, create a freebie novella or a reader magnet and grow your list. Use BookFunnel group promos in order to do this, or stick the link in the back of your book in your back matter and offer them your freebie that way. You can send regular updates, again, as long as they're consistent, behind the scenes content and exclusive freebies. For example, you could write a monthly email featuring a character Q&A or a sneak peek at your next book. Include a strong call to action for pre-orders or for book sales. A place that is starting to get traction thanks to audiobooks is YouTube. So why does this work? Long form content lets you build deeper connections with your audience, and it's ideal for writing advice, book trailers, and vlogs. However, a lot of fiction authors are using it to upload their audiobooks onto YouTube and like as another stream of income for your author business. So how can you use this? Well, share videos about your writing process, your book tropes, or even chapter readings. Upload your audiobooks as a one whole video and get people to subscribe. And then use YouTube Shorts to repurpose your TikToks or your Instagram Reels, because why not? An example could be you could post a vlog, a day in the life of an author, or a tutorial on how you plan your books if you think that that is going to provide interest to your readers. Remember, we always want to provide value. And then finally, just like a really quick mention is Pinterest. So Pinterest works because it acts as a visual search engine, perfect for book aesthetics and evergreen content. And you can use Pinterest by creating boards for your book's world, characters, and tropes. And you can pin blog posts, book covers, and reader quotes to drive traffic to your website or your store. It's not as popular, and I don't know if it's worth the time or the energy, especially if you have places like Instagram and TikTok, if we're just talking about social media. But sometimes I know a lot of authors who use it, to create boards for inspiration for them that they just share with their readers. So if you're already going to create the content anyway, because it helps you and your writing process, then of course utilize it as a way to show your readers or connect with your readers. An example of this could be pin a mood board for your book with visuals that capture that setting and that vibe, linking back to your book page or your pre-order information, things like that. Okay, that's all well and good, but how do you choose the right platform for you? I'm not even going to tell you about an email. That should already be like a duh, that's already part of my, systems, right? But how do you decide where else you can focus? What you need to ask yourself is number one, where are your readers already hanging out? Like, let's work smarter, not harder, right? Romance readers might be on TikTok and Instagram, and cozy mystery fans could be in Facebook groups. What type of content do you actually enjoy creating? If you love video, well, look at Instagram Reels, look at TikTok, look at YouTube. But if you prefer like typing things out, you could double down on your Facebook posts, maybe create a blog. And third, how much time do you actually have? If you're short on time, choose one platform to start and repurpose your content to others. This is what I do. But a pro tip, start small, master one platform, and then expand. Consistency is better than just being everywhere at once. But again, email should already be on your yes list. Okay, so for those of you who have stayed, thank you. Here's your bonus tip. I think I already mentioned it, but it's worth repeating. Repurpose your content. A single newsletter or a book aesthetic can become an Instagram reel, a TikTok trend, a Pinterest pin. You can feature what you post on social media in your newsletter. This strategy saves time and keeps your content fresh among all the platforms. So, if you specifically are looking to create your email list because you haven't done that yet, I have a really great, quick, simple mini course that teaches you how to do that. I'll link it here. But if you're like, Heather, I really want just a content calendar because I really want to do like a social media platform. I just don't know what to say or what's even going to offer value to my potential readers. I've got you too. I have a free content planner that's 14 days that'll tell you not only, okay, what type of post are you making between the reel, the quote post, or the carousel, but what should go into it. All you really have to do is create the actual post and then you're good. So I'll link both of those in the description below. Like this video if you found it helpful, subscribe for more tips and comments. Comment below, like what's your favorite platform to connect with readers? And don't put email because that's already an obvious one. I mean, like, what's your favorite social media platform? I would love to hear your thoughts. Take care.